Here's where we kind of were a little screwy and bad this week. Total spent for week 2, including credit card payment, including all of the food. Happy Monday, a new week. Last week I filmed our chili recipe. I cut it out because the vlog was getting just really long. And a few of you guys had mentioned how you would prefer to see the recipes that I actually make. So cue the chili recipe video portion. And I just turn that on while I chop everything up. So I'm doing onions and garlic. So while that's heating, avocado oil, coat the pan. I like onions a lot. Oh, this is a really
Honey.
cool. What?
What are those?
Sorry, garlic. So look, and we found it through Grove Collaborative. So we're composting. We're starting to compost this year. Minimize our waste as much as possible, so you can put anything compostable in here. Use coconut scrubbers. So these are fully compostable when at the end of their life. Chop up all your veggies and throw it in the pot. You throw in all the veggies and then you throw in some more avocado oil or olive oil, whatever you prefer, and then you brown the meat. Okay, I added all of the seasoning, chili powder, paprika, red pepper, allspice, salt, pepper. That's what it should look like. Also, we did a can of fire roasted tomatoes and a can of diced tomatoes and 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Manual, 10 minutes, and then make sure this thing's on center, and it'll be done in 10 minutes.
A few moments later.
So the Instapot is off, and we're just waiting for that little metal thing to go down, and that's when we know that it's pressurized, and we can open it up, and then we're gonna saute it for like 1 or 2 minutes. Put this in, put some cheese in, and put some cream cheese and serve it. I love you.
Love you.
A few moments later.
So it just fell, which means we can open this sucker up. Oh, and I'm gonna saute it for a little bit. Grab a spoon, and then just let it cook down so that it can thicken up. And then Chris will shred some cheese and top it off with some cream cheese because we don't have sour cream. And instead of buying sour cream just for chili, we'll just use cream cheese. On the parsley now. So you can put the parsley right there. I'll let it cook down. It's gonna be delicious. There's the finished chili. Yum, yum, yum. We made that on Saturday night because it was raining and it was just really yummy, and we still had some for lunch the next morning.
Heck yeah.
Maybe we'll
That's
have
the best thing about that chili is we get like leftovers for days. And we had I had a huge bowl the next day. And I think you had a pretty big bowl too.
Have that for dinner tonight so we don't have to cook.
Yeah.
On my way to go meet my friend Sarah to exchange Christmas presents. Chris is gonna run some errands. He's gonna go to the bank, all this stuff. Oh, also a lot of you guys had some questions on Instagram about whether or not Chris and I share an account, and I explained to you on Instagram, but it is complicated. Would you guys want to see a video of like things not to do when you get married with your finances? Because we made a lot of those mistakes. Looking back, like how we would have structured things. If you would like a video for that, we can definitely share our mistakes and what we wish we did in hindsight, especially after talking to friends who have also had similar issues, if not better, like they managed it a lot better or didn't. Like we've had both. It really is hard this day and age because people are like moving in together first before getting married, and sometimes even after marriage keeping things separate like us. And some people even have kids and still keep everything separate. At the end of the day, do what works for you, but we can give you some insight onto what did not work for us. Also, these weekly vlogs are literally just following me along for the week because so much of my life revolves around me wanting to spend money. If you don't like a weekly vlog where I talk about money all week because it's on my mind, then just watch my main videos that go up on Wednesdays, Fridays, and then if you want like a sit down anything with the no buy, let me know in the comments. I feel like weekly vlogs give you a good idea of what I do during the week, how we run the business, and anytime I feel something or think of spending money. And obviously I do keep track of everything right now, so I'll share with you at the end, and there's always timestamps in my weekly vlogs, so you guys can skip ahead if you're only interested in my workouts. You can skip to the recipes if that's all you're interested in, and then you can skip to the financial stuff, like the wrap up of the finances at the end. But I think it's important for you guys to see how my mind kind of works as I want to spend money, or as I realize how much money I'm spending without even realizing I'm spending. That is so much a part of who I am that I'm trying to become better about. And I think seeing that process is hopefully helpful for a lot of you guys. I know a lot of you guys found it helpful.
Told me you believe in something, and you said you're done pretending that fate is patient. Go run away, get it out of your system. Come back when you're older. Go find a place where you can't be the victim, and come back when you're older. Go catch the storm within your broken bones, and be wild, 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 Summer's end, and you feel that this is your beginning. Well, colors fade, but it's okay. There is good in changes. Go run away, get it out of your system. Come back when you're older. Go find a place where you can't be the victim, and come back.
I braved the gym and brought my camera. It was really crowded for it being like 9:30 at night. There's some weird angles of my workout. It's because it was like the only place I could like hide the camera. I'll add today's leg and butt workout to my workout playlist. 1 is legs and butt. Day 2 is cardio, and I wrote out my cardio session in the description box of that playlist. Day 3 is arms, everything upper body. Day 4 is cardio again. Day 5 is no equipment or very low weight total body. Everything's in that playlist description box, and I'll update it every week so that you guys can keep track of which workouts I enjoy and use, and like my current ones. It's fun because then this way you guys get to like work out with me if you're also trying to get healthy. So my journey has taken a little over a year to get back to a place that I feel confident again. I'm still not back to what I used to be, and the amount of damage I did to my body is insane. Like there's aches and pains and flexibility issues that I didn't have before I gained over 30 pounds. Not just the weight gain, but like, I don't know how to describe to you the kind of damage I did, like with my cardiovascular, endurance, strength, all that stuff. I'm gonna shower, watch some TV with Honey. He's gonna go to jujitsu in the morning, so we have to go to bed early, but that just means I watch YouTube videos or Netflix in bed for like 4 hours. Look at my Honey. Working away.
Yeah, it's late.
And there's Cooper. Chris made some fathead dough chips. I'm gonna have some of this in front of the TV as my like after workout snack. I had leftover chili for dinner. I'm at Christine's. We're shooting some couple content. We're shooting for a new channel banner for our second channel. Serein and Chris. Oh, I'm getting a tattoo tonight.
Where?
Now.
Yeah, I don't have the before.
Actually, I think.
Like we got that one.
Oh, that was good.
Grabbing some lunch after shooting. We got such great photos. Christine did such a good job. Such a good job. Wedding photographer future.
So cold today. It's actually 71, look.
I know, I'm sweating.
That's crazy. And then you put on your eye cream like this.
I think you should do a whole skincare routine with tiny hands.
I know. It'd be so funny. I like this, where you're like.
Oh my child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt. I know you tried so hard.
Made it back home, and I am wearing. Notice how every time I turn the camera on, he does something that causes a lot of noise. He was completely silent before the camera was on. Out this new mask from Jouer. This is the Essential Hydrating Clay Mask, and it's supposed to not only treat my skin and kind of detoxify it, but it's also supposed to hydrate, which I'm really excited about. And I didn't know that they also had all these lip treatments. I knew about the Essential Lip Enhancer, but I didn't know about the scrub and the overnight mask, so I'm gonna try that tonight too. I spent like hours cleaning when I got home from the shoot today, just because I felt like our house felt a little grimy, so I went in and like detail cleaned everything. I even cleaned our Brita filter. I like clean stuff. Happy Wednesday. Just finished meditating and feeling really good right now, and I wanted to chat with you guys. So my tattoo took like almost 3 hours because it's very, very detailed and very fine. It's a fine line tattoo. We'll link Noah's Instagram, which is the way to email and contact him if you're interested in getting your own tattoo. And he is bi-coastal, so he is in LA as well as New York. Love, love, love my feather. And I'm gonna show you. It's still a little red. Slightly red, but not bad. He did put a sticker over it, one of those like clear things, but I'm allergic to the adhesive, so I took it off last night in the bathroom in my shower, and then I washed it really good, and I've been using our Healing Honey and CBD balm over it, and it immediately took down the swelling. Retouched my rose, which looks amazing. I mean, it looked really good. He was pretty impressed with how well it held up because it's so small. But he just retouched it since we were there. So it was very interesting this week. I felt so overwhelmed after last week and paying all my bills and realizing how much I was spending just to cover my bills that I'm responsible for, that this week I haven't really had an urge to shop. Do an update at the end of this vlog like I'm gonna do every week, I think. One, I knew this tattoo was coming up and I had saved for it, or not really saved for it, but knew it was coming up, so I anticipated spending this money, and I had the money, so I was kind of just like waiting on it. And I'd planned on getting this tattoo back in the summertime when I was getting this tattoo retouched by my previous tattoo artist. I'd use it obviously because in my world, like, money kind of just gets used whenever I need it, but I had essentially in my mind planned for this tattoo. The only thing I'm not disclosing this week in terms of how much I spent is going to be on my tattoo, and that is because I don't feel that it's fair for me to quote you guys on an artist's tattoo because it's so specific and individualized. It depends on what you want, how much detail the tattoo is, how long it's gonna take, who you go to. Don't think it's fair to put someone else's business price out there when it's not publicly displayed. I mean, if you guys want a tattoo, it depends on what kind of artist you're going for too. Like Chris's tattoo is almost, his entire arm is about the same cost as my little ones. And the reason for that is because even though his is like more space, you would think would cost more, it actually takes about the same time as my very detailed smaller tattoo, whereas his is just like a traditional tribal tattoo, and mine is very like delicate and takes a lot of time and shading. It takes a few retouches as well to get it perfect. After shooting with Christine yesterday, I really wanted to buy some incense, so Christine actually gave me the incense that I really liked that she had gave me before. I saw all the different incense that Christine had, and then she gave me one and I burned it, and I just love the way it made my apartment smell. I was asking her like where she got it because we were shooting yesterday together, and she was like, oh yeah, it's at House of Intuition. They have a bunch. They're actually really cheap, so I was thinking maybe I would go and buy myself some incense, but it would have gone against my rules because I should have put it on my wish list and wait a week before I could go buy it, even though I'd been thinking about buying it, but I didn't actually physically put it on my wish list. So then she was like, you know, I have a bunch I'm trying to get rid of, you can just have some. I figured she would give me a couple to last me for a week, and then I can go get some if I still wanted it. But she actually gave me, look how much she gave me. Sandalwood is really good for the nervous system, and it brings peace and acceptance. Perfectly safe for inhalation and the environment as well. Christine gave me one of these little things she made at pottery, her ceramics class. I just burned it because I just meditated. I also love the rose one because this is the one she had given me originally. The smoothing effect on the emotions, particularly depression, grief, and resentment. Lifts the heart and eases nervous tension and stress. No wonder I fell in love with this so much. The rope incense. And even if I added this to my wish list and purchased it, which I will totally repurchase these, they are, I think, like $3, oh, $5 for an entire bag of this. I feel like it's cheaper than my soy candles or my aromatherapy candles. It's cheaper than my essential oils, and I just love the way I feel with these. So I'm very happy with this, and thanks to Christine, I didn't have to buy a tray or incense. So that was just really kind of lovely. And I know it's only Wednesday, but I just feel like that realization last week has put me in a better mind frame about my spending, even though I'm sure it's passing, I'm sure it's gonna go up and down, but like last week really just put things into perspective, and I'm just like, I make good money, but this is why I don't have any savings or why I'm in debt. I'm not spending what I think I have in the accounts, because what I have in my accounts isn't really the truth, because I have to take stuff out for taxes, I have to put money away for paying off debt, I have to put money away for savings, I have to put money away in these different accounts so that when I have like a $2,000 insurance bill, I can pay that and not scramble. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but this now makes me understand why I've been so bad about having enough money between my spending and my bills. I am gonna get to work. Okay, so Chris and I got a really late start today. It's Thursday and we have events. We made breakfast at home. Sorry, I'm reading his text. We made breakfast at home. I'm editing. We don't really have time to cook right now, and we did not make enough dinner last night to eat for lunch. So we're gonna go get food across the street, which sucks, but sucks in the sense that we're spending money on food when we don't really have to, but we kind of do. So I'm gonna meet him downstairs, and I'm still wearing my pajama pants, but I'm gonna go like this. Got all dressed and ready for the first event, but we weren't able to go. By the time they would get my car and stuff, I would have had to go to the next event.
Yeah.
On a Friday before the weekend, because weekend brunches are too crowded. We're so not cool. Are you going to resist the pastries and the pancakes and waffles?
I don't know. I really don't know how I'm gonna react to this.
He looked at the menu and was like freaking out. He's so happy right now that he's laughing.
Like, it gets to here and my mouth starts to legit drool. Like, this is the croissant French toast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what they're famous for.
And well deserved fame.
I'm gonna take a photo of him and all he could do is laugh and giggle. A savory croissant sandwich. It's the classic. We also did get blueberry French toast, some eggs. I think this is some sort of like ranchero type of dish. And then we've got a burrito over there. We have so much food. But it's all really, really good. I would definitely come back here. Had brunch at Fratelli on Formosa and Melrose.
That's speechless. I am absolutely speechless. That was so amazing.
And the chef and the owner were both incredibly welcoming and super sweet, and not just to us, to everybody. Like, you can see how happy they are.
Yep, 10 years they've been in business here.
French toast croissants.
It's a religious experience is the best way I can describe it. Like, I caught a case of the Holy Spirit in there, okay? It was nice.
It was good, but I'm personally a more savory person, so I really enjoyed all of the savory dishes. I like it because it's pretty close to your house. She did say it gets very packed on the weekends.
Yeah.
We won't have to cook because we've got dinner and snacks for the rest of the day.
Oh yeah.
Okay, check-in time. I wanted to answer a few questions and then of course go through my expenses and items I wanted but did not purchase. I also want to update you on some of the items from last week that I wanted that I have decided to move over to my wish list. So the first question I got on Instagram, which was really a great question, is do you feel like receiving PR is getting in the way of my no-buy mentality? Yes, in a very non-judgmental, non-aggressive way. So I had time to think about it and the immediate answer is no. And the reason for that is my example of when Christine gifted me the incense that I had been wanting and almost broke my no-buy. When I receive things from people, friends, family, brands, PR, I truly am so grateful that by being on a no-buy, I've noticed I've become more accepting and grateful to the PR and to gifts. I just feel really, really incredibly grateful because I have more than I need to live a comfortable life. And when I receive more, it just makes me feel really full and really loved and respected and just grateful for people's generosity. And in terms of specifically PR, I would refer back to my PR section of my no-buy video, and there are timestamps in that video so you can skip to that portion. PR for me is very much business, and I look at PR as part of my job. I've been reviewing products and testing products for about 6 years now, I think 5-6 years, and I've done a really good job at my job where brands respect me and want to give me PR, and I am very grateful for that. I don't accept all PR. Usually if it's a new brand or something new, they do have to submit to us by email so that I make sure that the ingredients are okay, the brand aligns with kind of what I feel and love. Pretty particular in how I receive PR and how PR is sorted to begin with. So because I treat it like a job and it is a very great part of my job, it is part of my job. So it doesn't affect my no-buy mentality because so much of what I want to buy is beyond beauty, and a lot of it is beauty, but a lot of it is beyond beauty. It's just I spend like crazy. I spend without thinking about it. I spend because I'm sad. I spend because I'm depressed or stressed. And you could take away beauty as part of my no-buy. Like you could say no-buy for beauty and take away the PR portion of it. I would still spend money. I would just find something else to spend money on. So that's really my problem and my kind of messed up way of thinking when I'm not feeling so great about myself, or when I'm feeling good about myself. I want to treat myself. I just look at shopping and spending in this really unrealistic, unsustainable way. So it hasn't affected me because so much of my job is PR, and that doesn't affect me wanting to spend money. Like, I could get all the PR packages in the world, I will still find something I want to buy. In terms of it affecting my mentality, I don't think so. If anything, it's made me even more grateful to receive things, and I talk about that on my stories when I receive PR. You can, I hope you can tell, like, I'm even more excited when I get packages. Like, I was really excited for my subscription to Jouer by Yolette, and it's a jewelry subscription service. So these are the earrings I got yesterday in my subscription box. So it's $60 for the month. You can cancel anytime. It's actually cheaper if you commit to a year in advance, and it's all new releases. And I got like $204 worth of jewelry this month, but they promise over $150 in jewelry. So it's really awesome. I love it. And I even rediscovered that my second piercing is still there. I had to kind of jam that through, but it's still there. My bronzer's a little blotchy today. Have you bought the Almay eyebrow tint yet? No, and I'll go into that during my wish list portion. Do you have other subscriptions you're paying for besides Jouer? No, and I do have other subscriptions that I am gifted as part of PR, and I can talk about if I want to. One of which is my Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. So that is a PR product so that I can test those out. BoxyCharm is also gifted to me, and that would be it. What's your budget for gifts, or are you stopping gifts as well? I talked about my gifts being like, that doesn't count as my no buy. I again will refer everybody back to my no buy video with all the rules. There are timestamps. I talk about every detail. See this in next week's vlog because I have some birthdays I have to shop for, and Chris's birthday is February 1st. So you'll see how I treat birthdays a lot in the next week or so. I wanted to talk about this last week. I really feel like I was able to rediscover some things and really value what I already had in my closet, in my jewelry, in my accessories, my shoes even. I pulled out a pair of shoes that I haven't worn in forever that I really wore a ton this past week, and I loved it. I also just have been rediscovering some of my makeup collection. I tried out some new makeup as well because I kind of was sick of my products from Project Pan already, and I had the new Physicians Formula palette with Casey Holmes that I was playing with. I'm wearing it again today. I absolutely love it. I just have to blend this out after I film. Also discovered like my second ear piercing because I wanted to wear both earrings. I rediscovered my gold hoop earrings last week that somebody actually asked me where I got them, and they're from so old. I don't even remember how old these are, but they're so freaking old. Let's do the breakdown of expenses. Oh, business expenses, things I had to pay for. I paid $350 on my credit card, which was due, and that was the full amount due on that particular card. So I have that card that's always paid down. That was also a card that I spend usually only for business stuff. I spent $179 on ConvertKit, which is my blog newsletter. It's how I'm able to email you guys in my newsletter. So if you guys don't already get my newsletter, I have a link in the description box. You can also sign up on my blog. I try to communicate with you guys like once a month. $179 a month. I had $4 in cash tip for valet at events. I spent $13.80 at Glossier to try out 2 new products. I have 2 products I wasn't able to test out when I did my entire brand review of Glossier. So at a $30 credit to the store, I spent $13.80 on the rest of what was due. So that to me is considered a business expense. Did I need to spend it? No, but my credit was about to expire, so yes. It was the only time it seemed like it was the right time to buy those 2 products because I had that credit that was about to expire, and it was only going to cost me $13.80 to get the 2 products missing from my brand review. Total business expense this week, $546.80. Entertainment. I had to pay for my monthly subscription to Netflix, which was $13.99. I had a $2.99 charge to iTunes. I don't know what this is for. I have a feeling it's for my iCloud. If it's not, I need to figure out what this is for and probably cancel it. So total for entertainment, $16.98, one of which, I think both of which, is a monthly fee, so that's fine. I don't really go to the movies that often. I don't spend much more on that typically. I do have a Hulu charge coming up. Home. I had to buy toilet paper, and I get my toilet paper from Grove Collaborative because it is bamboo toilet paper, so we're not cutting down any trees or anything like that. $17.41. That will hopefully last us for at least the month, if not a month and a half. There are 2 of us, so you know, toilet paper's expensive. Extras. $21.21 at the counter with Sarah to exchange our Christmas gifts, but it's also really good quality time spent with a friend, so that is an okay to spend. $250 cash withdrawal for incidentals, just to have on me in case, not just have on me, but like keep around to have cash just in case, God forbid, if I needed it. $271.21. Grand total spent $851.60. Without my credit card payment, it would have been $501.60, which I don't think is horrible considering some of that credit card payment is also what I owed for other business things from the previous few weeks. It's like $501.60 is really what I spent. Moving forward, I'm not going to do credit card payments if it included something that I had talked about the previous week, but because I'm starting this at a point when like I still owe money from things. I wouldn't say it's horrible. A lot of these things were not things I could have controlled. The only thing would be like the cash withdrawal. I could have taken less out, but I don't like going to the ATM, so that $250 should last me a few weeks, if not a month or longer, because I don't really use cash. That usually goes towards valet. That usually goes towards tipping if I need to, especially if like I get coffees and stuff. I like to leave a tip. I used to work at Starbucks, so I appreciate tips. I also like to have it as an emergency in case I need to have cash. Here's where we kind of were a little screwy and bad this week, and this includes both me and Chris. We ate out a lot. We don't typically eat out this much. We typically save eating out for the weekends, and we do maybe 1 or 2 meals out a week, or we do grab and goes 1 or 2 times a week. We've been really good the last 6 months, but this week was one of those weeks where we just spent a lot of money on food. Besides groceries. So we went to Shake Shack for lunch, which you saw in the vlog. That was $22 for the 2 of us. Kind of expensive, but not for LA. Then we went to Wingstop that same night because after I got my tattoo, it was really late. I was really hungry. We didn't want to go home and make dinner. So we spent $22.29 at Wingstop. On Thursday night, we were really hungry after the event, and I wanted Korean barbecue, and it was really close to the event, so double whammy. We spent $72.68. Now that was $116.97 for the week. That's a lot of money for us to be spending in like the span of 3 days, but it's not typical for us either. We just have to be more conscious. Now, we did have 3 outings of expenses for food that involved business because we were getting our photos taken for our second channel that I'm going to be posting content on. We wanted to treat Christine for taking time and shooting us. So we spent $12.60 on Starbucks for breakfast. We spent another $12.60 after lunch for the 3 of us, and then we took Christine out for lunch at Amara Kitchen, which was $36.05. So in terms of business food expenses, paying for our photographer essentially and being grateful for her time with the 3 of us, because that would have been weird if we just sat and watched her eat or drink coffee, $61.25. So in grand total of eating out, $178.22 for the week. Not horrible considering $61.25 was for business food. Now we can definitely be better about eating out. I think we're gonna try and be better, especially after this weekend. We just have been really kind of like, ugh, you know, not really an excuse, but you know, we all have bad weeks. Total spent for week 2, including credit card payment, including all of the food, $1,029.82. Am I happy about that? No, because it's still a lot of money that went out considering I didn't pay an insurance bill, considering I didn't pay rent. At least it wasn't over $2,000. At least it was half of what I spent last week, more than half of what I spent last week. I think the first month, a lot of this is going to be just me realizing how much it cost just to live and live the lifestyle we live. And is my lifestyle beyond what we can afford? I don't think it is if you take away the mindless spending. The mindless spending being all these other things I would have bought if I was not on a no buy. Week 2, January 6th through the 12th. I wanted to buy Kale Polish because it was 50% off. I wanted to pick up an edited life book by Anna Newton, who is the Anna Edit on YouTube and on her blog, but I still have a ton of books I need to get through. So this is something I most likely will move over to my wish list for when I am done catching up on all these books that I've planned on reading. Gymshark Camo Workout Set. I saw it on Instagram, I saw it on Whitney Simmons, I really want it, but I don't need any workout clothes right now. I kind of do, but I don't. I'm okay. Milk Makeup Kush Lip Balms. Oh, I want to try those so bad. I will most likely move this over to my wish list. Chanel hand cream, just because it's gorgeous and pretty. I saw it while I was getting my tattoo done. His girlfriend had the Chanel hand cream and I was like, oh, I want to buy that. I don't need it. I have so many hand creams to go through. I wanted to pick up a day planner for a diary because I saw this girl on Instagram how she writes down everything that happens like as a journal in her day planner, but it's a separate day planner from like her actual day planner. So it made me want to go pick one up, but you know what? I could just journal in one of the many empty notebooks I have right now. I also wanted to pick up new pillows and new sheets. Now, new pillows and new sheets, while I want it, I also kind of can justify it, but I don't know if I'm actually just justifying it because I can justify anything. I'm going to move new pillows and new sheets over to the potential wish list. I don't know yet. I think if I knew exactly which sheets and pillows I wanted, I should put the specific one over on my wish list, and then maybe I will pick it up in a few weeks. Maybe not. I don't know. Update of the items that I wanted from last week. I really wanted the Lawless The1 palette, and I am now moving that over to my wish list. I found a binder for my recipes under the couch. It's not the perfect binder. I didn't like it because there's like paint stains on it, but Chris cut off the front little plastic part, so the paint is now gone. Is it the cutest binder? No, but it's functional, so that is now done. A new brow tint from Almay, that is being moved over to my wish list so that when I officially run out and I think about it, I'm allowed to buy it. Doc Martens that are thrifted have been moved over to my wish list. So that's the update from last week's items I wanted to buy but did not purchase. And this week I will think about all of the items that I wanted to buy and whether or not it will move over to my wish list or if I'm just gonna leave it here for now. Now, just so you guys know, I might not always calculate all of the food. I did this week because I knew it was a more expensive week and I wanted to like have an idea of how much we're spending on food. But Chris pays for most all of the food. So technically it's not on my spending, it's not on my credit cards, but I wanted to be aware because even though he pays for all of it, I should be aware of how much we're consuming in terms of food, and that's something that like I want to be responsible for or aware of. Next week, obviously food is going to be way more expensive because we're taking people out for their birthdays, but also I wanted to get something for my friend V. I have a couple things in mind. I don't know what I'll end up getting her. That's everything. Thank you so much for watching till the end of this video. As always, everything that I can think of is linked in the description box and timestamped in the description box. I know my videos are really long. Some people don't like it. Sorry, I don't know how to make shorter videos of substance when we're talking about money and when we're talking about like theories of things, because I don't want to like leave you with a 3 to 5 minute video and you questioning what I actually meant. So at least if I put it out there as clear as possible, and I do try to cut these down, hopefully you can watch sections. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I am gonna do some style videos like restyling old clothes or how to style something like 5 different ways, and those should be shorter because I'm not talking much. I'm just gonna show you how I do it. Sundays are gonna be my weekly vlogs and check-ins about my no-buy. There are new videos every Wednesday and Friday. Next video after this video is going to be why I don't shop sales. There'll be a style video on Friday. And then I'll be back here again on Sunday for my weekly check-ins. I did mention that Chris and I are relaunching our second channel, so the first thing that's going to happen over on Serein and Chris's channel is that I am going to be doing story times and telling you guys some embarrassing things. So the second channel is linked in the description box as well as my main channel page. So I will see you guys next week. Bye! Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday!
Child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve